Hello, this is KYC News. We provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable information for the day. First and foremost, we want to achieve perfect health with a sincere desire. Do mermaid facts actually exist? Do mermaid facts actually exist? Folklore claims that mermaids are enigmatic aquatic beings having the upper body and head of a feminine human and the tail of a fish. Mermaids are known to have appeared in mythology in numerous cultures across the globe, including Asia, Europe, and Africa. Ancient cultures created the idea of mermaids as personifications of the water deities because they were the sources of fertility and life as well as powerful natural forces capable of great destruction. The sightings of mermaids were actually manatees or sea cows during the numerous ancient civilizations. Manatees resemble mermaids, and sailors who first saw them from a distance thought they were the legendary creatures. Even the well-known explorer Christopher Columbus once claimed to have seen mermaids when traveling to America. Mermaids are typically depicted as beautiful women with fish-like tails rather than the lower half of human bodies in almost all cultures around the world. This half-human, half-fish mythical creature is frequently associated with long hair and a captivating voice. According to a myth, mermaids' hypnotic songs and seductive voices can hypnotize and seduce men. The Little Mermaid, a mermaid-themed fairy tale, helped shape our contemporary understanding of mermaids. A young mermaid of the sea who wants to be a part of the human world is the subject of Disney's The Little Mermaid, which is based on a story by Hans Christian Andersen. The princess forfeits her voice in exchange for the chance to live with the prince in the realm of mortals. The Disney movie had a happy ending that was changed from the original Hans Christian Andersen narrative, which did not have one. Mermaids are claimed to be immortal, possess telepathy, have the ability to predict the future, and have the most potent hypnotic abilities of all. Similarly to sirens, mermaids are related to them. However, sirens are a lot more forceful and hazardous. Storms may be gathered in a flash because to the destruction-causing abilities of sirens. They have the power to generate heavy fog, bring ships into rocks, lure sailors to their deaths, and drive people insane. Greek mythology gives rise to the siren, a terrible legendary beast that is constantly ready to exact retribution and strike. Sirens were once thought to be flying monsters, but the Greek story of the aquatic sirens quickly spread throughout Europe. Famous deities who took the shape of mermaids include the Greek Triton and Aphrodite, the Assyrian goddess Astarte, the African deity Mami Wata, and many others. All of these deities stand for nature's power, fertility, seduction's peril, and beauty. The two most well-known local folktales that portray the traditional mermaids in all their majesty are Sirena from Guam and Yara from Brazil. In the mythology surrounding pirates, sirens and mermaids have significant roles. Mermaid sightings peaked at the height of piracy, and rumors about them quickly spread throughout Central America. According to mermaid legends, mermaids were the female members of the submerged merpeople race. Men of this race are known as mermen, and they are shyer than women. They are never seen by anyone because of this. In contrast to mermaids, mermen rarely surface at the ocean's surface. The merfolk's most often employed weapons are tridents. These tridents are constructed from coral or whalebone, pointy shells, shark teeth, and darts painted with octopus ink. The mermaids in these tales are never clothed. Nonetheless, they occasionally wear crowns, pearl necklaces, hand mirrors, bracelets, combs, and other accessories. Did you realize that the term mermaids actually refers to marine females? The words mere and maid in Old English refer to the sea and a lady, respectively. Even the idea that a mermaid's kiss can enable you to breathe underwater and possibly even grow gills in you exists. The hue of the mermaid's tails is also thought to reflect their attitude. Looking at the mermaid's tail will reveal her personality. Find out more information about the enigmatic mermaids and how they have influenced human perception going back hundreds of years. Mermaid facts for kids. Here are some interesting facts about mermaids, who have long been a source of enjoyment for people all around the world. The Syrian goddess Atargatis is the source of the earliest tales about the alluring creatures. These were the authentic mermaid tales, dating back to 1000 BCE. Her lower body was only changed into a water creature, according to history, when she jumped into a nearby lake. Mermaids have bodies that are 50-50 fish and human because of this. The aquamarine gemstone is thought to have originated from mermaid tears. Legend has it that these mermaid tear jewels, in addition to being part of the treasures, could shield sailors from harm when they were at sea and even when they fell into the water. As Disney produced a movie on mermaids, people's perceptions of them changed. Since this fabled being was initially portrayed in The Little Mermaid, which was the first movie to do so, it attracted a lot of attention. In the films Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, mermaids are also depicted. Mermaids have actually appeared in more than 16 different films from around the world. Nowadays, mermaids can be found in a lot of logos in the business world. The sirens of the open sea inspired the name Sirenia, an order of aquatic herbivorous mammals. Starbucks' emblem is based on a mermaid with two tails. The first design for Starbucks' emblem was a figure who could have been a siren or a melusine with two tails. Some claim that sirens were the true singers hypnotizing and enchanting sailors throughout those pirate eras because mermaids don't have very good singing voices. Nowadays, sirens and mermaids are depicted in media, popular culture, and the arts. They are included in songs, movies, and fantasy novels and stories, and they are frequently discussed in popular culture. Mermaids, according to many, appeared chubby and ugly. This is only the case because sailors who observed manatees from a distance believed them to be mermaids. As a result, mermaids were thought to be obese and ugly for generations. The lovely mermaid that has been represented throughout history is frequently forgotten. Since their kiss can let you breathe underwater, mermaids are perhaps the coolest creatures. They are claimed to have a natural aversion to fire, though this may also be understood as a dislike of all forms of warmth in general because it can make them dry out. If mermaids had a reproductive system similar to that of fish, mermaid babies would emerge from eggs. However, mermaids are capable of becoming pregnant and giving birth in a live birth, much like dolphins. Keep an eye out for the mermaid's accessories. It might include conch hats, shell crowns, kelp bracelets, or pearl necklaces. A mermaid's long hair may occasionally be accessorized, as well. Mermaid facts that are terrifying. Additionally depicted as terrifying creatures, mermaid sightings terrified sailors. Mermaids have long been associated with negative karma. When sailors were at sea, it was believed that if they saw a mermaid, trouble lay ahead. However, it was said that mermaid tears produced an aquamarine gemstone, which had the ability to shield seafarers from harm. A mermaid was considered to represent seduction and immorality during the Middle Ages. Churches instructed Christians about salvation, sin, and promiscuity using mermaids and even sirens. Sirens, who are frequently compared to mermaids, are said to be exceptionally beautiful. But beware of their deceiving voices and stunning appearances. They have the power to fascinate and persuade men. The four superpowers of immortality, telepathy, hypnosis, and the ability to predict the future are typically used by sirens to cause destruction. For mermaids, the abilities are the same. Mermaid history. Mermaids have been mentioned throughout history numerous times. It is thought that the Syrian mermaid Atar goddess predates the Babylonian god Oannes by many thousands of years. Oannes had a human body that was below his fish form, and he also had a fish body. He was able to live in both the sea and with men thanks to this. Then, somewhere approximately 3,000 years ago, the goddess Atar goddess appeared. The deity dove into the water in an attempt to transform into a fish. To her surprise, however, only her lower half had been changed into a fish's tail. She continued to be 50% human and 50% fish, giving rise to the mermaid legend. The existence of mermaids was never in doubt during the Middle Ages. According to some Pacific Island legends, mermen and mermaids are the direct ancestors of humans. Mesopotamian art from the Old Babylonian period contains entities with human upper bodies and fish tails. While mermaids were occasionally visible, mermen dominated the majority of these images. Neo-Assyrian art often featured characters that served as guardians. This is where the goddess Atar goddess is from. You can find the earliest surviving representation of a mermaid in England in Norman Chapel at Durham Castle. It was constructed approximately 1078 BCE. One of the capitals above a stone pillar that faces south bears a representation of a mermaid. A mermaid was also regarded as a warning sign of impending doom. Several variations of the ballad Sir Patrick Spens depict a mermaid conversing with the stricken ships at sea. The sailors of the ship are reportedly told by mermaids that they won't ever again see land. In European folklore, there is a creature called Melusine that resembles a freshwater mermaid. The mermaid-like creature is portrayed as having either two fish tails or a snake tail. Mermaids were supposed to be related with passion during the Romanesque period. For a long time, the idea of a siren was associated with Byzantine Greece with both mermaid and bird-like creatures. In the 9th century, the Physiologus replaced the siren with a mermaid, but Suda preferred the avian representation in the Byzantine Greek dictionary of the 10th century. In Southeast Asian mythology, a mermaid princess attempts to thwart Hanuman's intentions to construct a bridge to Lanka. She does, however, develop feelings for him. The Southeast Asian and Thai versions of the Ramayana support this notion. The princess of the mermaids is Suvanamaka, Kosakan's daughter. In Cambodia, she is known as Savanamacha. There are numerous other instances of mermaids being mentioned in numerous different cultures. Information on mermaid sightings. Mermaid sightings have been widely documented throughout history. However, there has never been any proof of aquatic humanoids. Additionally, merfolk would realistically resemble fish rather than people, as they live in the ocean. There were numerous reports of seeing mermaids, and everything was recorded. The mermaid was exhibited normally alongside other marine life, including fish and whales. Sailors frequently came across the sea maidens while out on the open ocean. Christopher Columbus recorded the mermaid he saw. He claimed that the mermaid he met had a masculine face and was not as beautiful as folklore would have you believe. He most likely observed a dugong or a manatee. Jamestown's Captain John Smith claimed to have seen a graceful, alluring mermaid. It is unknown if the statement is true or if it is merely the author's opinion. Blackbeard, an English pirate also known as Edward Teach, was known to avoid a region of the sea where he thought merpeople lived. He accomplished this while sailing through the West Indies. Even a notorious pirate was afraid of mermaids. You may witness professional mermaids right now. Professional mermaid Lyndon Wahlberg works full-time and travels the globe. She is from Los Angeles and owns the most pricey mermaid tail in the world, a hydrodynamic tail that weighs about 35 pounds, 16 kilograms. Please submit your ideas for conceivable new videos. Post your thoughts in the space provided below. I appreciate it.